Sí, sí, sí. Espérate, espérate. Tengo que empezar porque no estaba grabando.
Ay, Dios mío.
Esta siempre me pasa, se me olvida grabar porque estoy aquí fumando, haciendo travesura.
Es que you're too high to do this. You're too high. I don't think Trevor Noah gets this high to interview people, you know?
How do we know?
We gotta be happy but professional, you know?
Yeah. They've given up on me, so sálvate tú. You be the professional.
I'm messing up with you. Oh no, honey. I'm just as uninvited as everyone else. It's been 10 years plus of rejection, but you know what? We ain't giving up. We ain't giving up.
No. We're not gonna have none of that. No giving up. That's not even.
We didn't get this far for nothing. We didn't like freaking raise a child in the most expensive city in the world, Medicaid and welfare for nothing.
Oh wow! Whoa! Let's back it up a little bit. Wow, you you gave us all in one shot there. Hold on. All right, let's start out with your name. Let's start out with the name. You know.
Empezamos. Sí, pero mira, tú vas a editar esta cosa, ¿verdad? Tú vas a ponerla así como, vas a poner cohetes y bien por detrás.
Flores, perritos, de todo.
Mira, yo no quiero fireworks. No more fireworks. If you do anything, do not add fireworks to this interview. Aren't you tired of them? Oh my God, I'm exhausted.
I am. I still heard it today, so. No sé
qué está
pasando, you know?
Like, ellos no van a parar. I don't know how long. I think it's gonna take. They're just going at the same pace as COVID. They're just like, oh, this is the second
wave of fireworks.
The second wave of fireworks, you know.
Wow, that is not good because I didn't enjoy the first go around. So wow.
I know.
Just like the coronavirus. And speaking of Miss Suli, what name are you going to? You have a lot of names. Uni, Kuni.
Nene, see. You know how it is. Okay, so my artistic name is Suni Reyes. My maiden name, is that how they call it? My name on my birth certificate. Yeah. Sunilda Maria Caraballo Cueto Rodriguez Reyes. That's me.
Woo! That's a mouthful.
Well, you know how it is. I gotta have my mom's last name, my dad's, my grandma, my great grandma, and everyone else that was in the birthing room when my mom was giving birth.
The janitor, like Manolo. Like,
you know, mira, ya
salió. Definitely. Bueno, pero dame dos nombres para que la gente se pueda acordar. Dame dos nombres.
Suni Reyes.
Suni Reyes, okay.
Or how they pronounce it, Sunny Reyes. Oh, Sunny Reyes is here.
Ah, okay, that's your American slave name. Sunny Reyes.
Oh,
no. Can we say that? Can we say that? Don't worry.
I guess.
We have an editor. Listen, don't worry. Just say whatever.
We can say it to each other, but no one else can say that to us.
I think that's the rule. We're safe. We're safe.
Right, we're safe here.
Yeah. Don't be shocked for them. Don't be shocked for them.
Right.
Let them enjoy their shock. You know. So,
oh my God.
But yeah, and Suni Reyes, and you are of the Boricua descent, as they say, or
I am Dominican Puerto Rican. I am.
You're a combo.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico. But my mom is Dominican, my dad is Puerto Rican.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We get along.
Okay. That explains a lot. That explains like that hair of yours that I'm like,
shut up. Yeah, no. There's black people in Puerto Rico as well. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. I heard that's like a urban Puerto Rican myth that is.
Because they don't want to show it, you know. You see J-Lo, you see Mark Anthony. They want to present to you whatever they want to present to you, but you know, there's everything. A good friend of mine, Modesto Lacen, he did the first telenovela with an Afro-Latino as a lead. It was a Celia Cruz telenovela.
Oh wow!
And him and Jeremy Osorio, and there's like other couple of other Afro Boricuas that are like in it. And it's just like, we here, but like they haven't been letting us in anywhere. Telemundo didn't want us.
Nah,
Univision didn't want us.
Yeah. They still have like black and white policies, like black and white TV policies. So we gotta like,
Right
now, we need a Ricky Ricardo of the black, of the Afro Latin flavor.
Right.
Crack it and then like, we know it, Yeah.
I mean, hopefully things, everyone is trying to be, politically correct, and everyone's like trying to wave their like, I'm pro diversity flag. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, that will lead to legit representation of Afro Latinos, like it's taken them about 2 centuries, but we're getting there.
I love the passionate, like behind it. You know what I mean? That Latin passion, but we're getting there, okay? It should have been here, okay, already, but we're getting there, okay? I know you're holding back, so we really appreciate.
Oh, I am so much holding back. If you were not recording, I would have gone all in. But
I know. Well, we just, we want you to add a little, like, like happy and smile, because I know some subjects is just like, and the motherfucker, and we just, there's enough of that going on.
Nah. We keep it fun. It's just like you still gotta call it out, right? You still gotta like.
Yeah, you gotta let people know.
Because you just pointed out, like I wasn't even able to wear my natural hair to like auditions until like 5 years ago. Like I had to like straighten my hair chemically and flat iron and make it like straight for 2 hours, because that's all it lasts. And
you can't sweat on it. You're like, don't sweat.
Yeah.
Girl, don't sweat.
Exactly. And
you're doing your audition. You're doing your audition with something like, boing! I'm like, thank you very much. All right.
Cover with a scarf and leave. Yeah. We couldn't tell what she really was. She was like kind of mixed, but like I guess.
Yeah.
Now it's straight up. So you black? I'm like,
right.
Yeah. And this is what I'm bringing.
Hey, you can only give them what you got, right? You can only give them what you got.
I am proud to give them what I got. I'm messing around. I am like, no, we in playing games. Like, you're lucky to have me in the room. You're lucky to accept what I have to offer and to accept what we have to offer, like as Afro Latinos and as Latino comedians, because unfortunately, as you know, it's always been like handpicked, and it's only like, I can count it with one hand, and those are the ones, the chosen ones. I'm like, why does it have to be? There's so much opportunity for everyone. We shouldn't feel like, I didn't make the cut. What?
We have one of those already.
Right. Oh no, we have someone that kind of like, already has like, it's like, what?
Go straighten your hair. In other words, go straighten your hair.
Right. Exactly. But we already, but we already know you like rice and beans. Is there like, there's nothing different about any of you? No.
It's horrible to hear, but I can't imagine it. You know what I mean? I've encountered many situations like that where my look didn't coincide with what they were expecting, especially having a name like I am, because my name is Domingo Esteban Romero. I go by Esteban Romero.
Oh my God, right.
And that's that job gets you, that name gets you jobs in restaurants over the phone,
No.
In person, not so much.
No.
Not so much.
Again, I hope things truly change, and that's really hopefully not going to be the case anymore.
Right.
Or at least you got your phone to record it so that you can call them out.
Yeah. There wasn't phones back then. That's what happened.
That's the thing, man. If we could have recorded half of those meetings.
Yeah. You know what I want to record? The manager, when he realized that it was me, going down on one knee like, you're Esteban Romero? No! I wish I could have recorded that
No,
moment. He went
can't.
down because like we became buddies over the phone. Like, sí, no, sí, yo hablo español, loco, good. He was my best friend going into the interview, and then it was like, ¿Tú eres Esteban Romero? Y gritó, no.
No. Como si le hubiesen dicho, se murió tu mamá. Like, are you kidding? Wow.
Esa nunca se me olvidó porque está like, ay, ¿qué pasó ahí? Tú eras mi amigazo.
Man,
por teléfono.
Put that on tape. Make it a sketch and call it out. Like, call it. make it a sketch. And here's a PSA for anti-blackness in the Latino community.
Yeah, at some point when we get back out there and I could be around people.
Exactly.
Right. Speaking of that, how you been doing? I mean, you know, you did the bit with a family. You did oh my God, how did you survive that?
It's been crazy. Today we got tested, all three of us. We went to get, I was not happy with it. This lady went like, we're going all the way into your crack and coming back out. It was horrendous. I'm not trying to scare people out, go get tested, but I was like, oh my. And then she didn't even warn me. She did both nostrils. So I was like, oh, it's done. And then she's like, I'm going back. And I was like, bitch, now get, like, I can't even breathe right now. But you know what? Let it all be for the safety of everyone in my building and my life.
Wow.
It was crazy. Have you gotten tested? Have you gotten the test?
I have not. I get that thing about the nose and I'm like, I'm very like needles. I'm not very good.
I know. I'm just like, because I know I'm starting to get like some like calls for shows. They're doing like live shows now. And like people are starting to gather a little more, you know, because New York City is opening. Right, so I was like, let me get tested just so I know where the heck I'm standing, you know? Right. And we got both the antibody test and the antibodies and the COVID test. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm okay with needles. I'm fine. Like, it's, you know, I've seen needles. You know, in a bad way, but like, I'm okay with that.
You don't have a druggy past, do you?
God, no. God, no.
She like,
no, but you know, like, but yeah, no, stop. No, but you know, we're grown. So we've seen needle. We've gotten like shots and stuff. So it's not like scary. But like getting that stick up to the back of my crack and then come back out my nose and then to the other nostril. That was crazy. And I feel like a little. Like, did she put something in there or took something out? Like,
oh my God. And there you have my fear of going because I'm like, what are they doing? Who are these people? You know?
But you know what? But they're nice. And honestly, it lasts less than 30 seconds. It's just, you're just being a baby because it's a new sensation. It's like, I've never done this before.
Oh, okay.
Literally like less than 30. It's like literally like, you know, 10 seconds and then 10 seconds, right? It's just like, you're like, get away from all of my holes. Oh. I was like, she was going on all the holes. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. I think the word is negative. I think the word is orifices.
Orificios in Spanish. Yeah. Exactly. I wish she would have warned me. She just didn't warn. She just didn't say like, hey, I'm going both. She was like, me. I was like, I'm going. Oh my gosh.
Did it remind you like a bad night with a guy? Like,
no.
Oh no. All right. Sorry. I don't.
Stupid.
I was trying to paint I'm sorry. No. It's been 4 months. You know what I mean? Like, everything goes. Never mind.
Poor thing. Oh my God.
I had to survive. No. I was sweating, talking aloud. I was sweating like, no le diga nada, profesional. No está bonita, está fea. Keep it together, Tino. Está fea, esta venezolana está fea. So I had to dig deep.
You're so insane. No, man. Like I honestly, I'm like, okay, I'm with my husband, with my kid, and I'm like, people are like, oh, you're not
Oh.
alone. I'm like, but alone is the thing you want to be during a quarantine. like,
Oh,
I'm like,
nah. We're gonna edit that for
honestly,
your husband. We're gonna edit that part for your husband, okay?
no, he knows I'm
He
joking, but it's
knows.
no, but like it's just exhausting because you have to worry about yourself and two other people that you love very much, but they might kill you because
Oh.
because you don't know if they're carrying it or not. And honestly, we're not going anywhere. We've been indoors, literally on top of each other for like 4 months now, and we just walk the dog, and that's it. Like we're not working. Unfortunately, there's no work for either of us. We're both, in the business of entertaining people in theater and
Wow.
comedy, and that's not happening. So we're both like, what the heck is gonna happen, for the rest of the year. But it's just because we are in the epicenter of the epicenter. We're in Queens, in Elmhurst,
Uh-huh.
and Elmhurst has, like, he had the highest amount of cases at the Elmhurst hospital for, like, oh my god, like 3 months straight. It was
Yeah.
like nonstop, and it was
Right.
like one of the hospitals with like the least amount of funds and all that stuff, and we're like 10 blocks away from
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
So even I feel
wow.
like even if I just went for a walk, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just I just inhaled it.
Nah.
Hopefully not. We'll see. The results will come in a week, and we'll see. But like, it was scary. We couldn't do anything and everything. Some people didn't care about wearing masks, and some people were just having parties. And you're like, what is? Are you guys insane? Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo.
I
And
didn't get the memo. I'm like, no, this
it's,
ain't no joke. If you don't, the thing that they don't get is like how what we do now as a collective is gonna determine how the rest of the year is gonna go. Like,
yeah,
if we don't take care of it now,
right.
we will never get out of it. It will take us longer than, I mean, it's taking us longer than any other country because of it. So here we are.
Oh wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. USA, USA.
You
Anyway,
what?
yeah. Let's back it up a minute. By the way, with there was like a point because now the audience is finding out that you're married and you have a child. We forgot. We have to address these things. I didn't want to address it right away because it's like they stick around a little bit. Then you're like, Toma, wah wah wah. So that was the point of the show
I
right now.
can't. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can't.
You got to keep it real. You got to keep it real with the folks. And so we lost some people, but that's fine. We'll gain.
You so really like we're not gonna support the Latina comedian because she ain't available. So like I'm not sticking around. I can get a piece of that. Like, I'm not sticking around for this. Like, listen, this is the problem. This is why we're here. We're supporting talent. We're not supporting pussy. Okay.
Oh no! Well, I think I have a couple of people said, "Speak for yourself." Oh wow, this is interactive here. I don't know what is going on, but
It's so
anyway.
stupid.
But yeah. By the way, you have a wonderful accent. I think I do not. I never knew you had an accent until now, because I guess I said because
Because I'm
when
at home and I can be myself.
yeah, exactly. You're like,
Those Australian actors, you're like, oh, he American. And then they're going in an interview and you're like, what is this accent?
exactly.
Yeah, that's me.
Where did it come from? I'm like, I don't remember from the set. I'm like, oh my god. Like,
I have the interview accent.
it's great. It's great. It's gonna. I think it's gonna take you to the next level. It's like,
Oh my God.
I mean,
I,
about performances with Rosie Perez. She's a staple in the culture. You know what I
oh my
mean?
God, I love
So
her.
yeah, exactly. So like, you give me that kind of like,
Oh
and
my God.
now we have Sofia Vergara. You know what I mean? So it's like America always
No,
loves.
I ain't got no Sofia Vergara. Don't even
Oh
like. I
no!
am.
Oh,
Do
oh.
you? Do you need to clean your ears a little bit? Like,
Okay, we're gonna leave it at
there's a
what was it?
difference between like, Oh my God, but I really like that. Oh, he's so cute. Like, come on now, that's very different.
Oh, that's Sofia Vergara.
Claro, my name is Sofia Vergara, and I just love Pepsi. I can do a Sofia Vergara. I am very talented.
I see.
But I know the difference between like Geraldo Perez and like, the Sofia Vergara, America's Got Talent. I love it. Is
Thank you for pointing out the difference for not
But
only
that's the
me.
thing, because the American ear or the white ear, sometimes it's just like, so you all the same and all accents are the same. And it's just like, no, like even in the Caribbean, like you can hear, like I know how to do Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Cuban accent. And there are three different accents.
Yeah.
But someone from here would not know the difference. Wow. They're like, can you dance salsa? And then that's it.
Yeah. Just do what we know. Just do what we know. Yeah. And I'm sure that's tough, man. Trust me. Yeah, you gotta be ready for them, man. You gotta be ready. Unfortunately, until things change, like you said, and
Oh yeah. For the longest time, I was like, I can't compete. I can't go into the room and be like, because all they had in their heads for the longest time was Sofia Vergara. That was what every Latina should have looked like. You had to be, all of these.
Pepsi, no, Coca-Cola, no.
And and she's actually blonde. She dyed her hair brown to like, she's like a full-on white Latina. Really? And then she has like this accent because of course. Oh. And it's like, we're not all Miss Universe. Like she was a Miss Universe. Like she was like an actual model. So it's like, come on, like keep it real.
Yeah, we know what you guys want. Stop it, all right? Stop it, America.
But then the other things, like she's not a comedian. People thought like that was funny. Like accents are not funny. Spanish is not funny. Like that's like having a big ass is not funny. So they thought like, she's funny. Can you do like Sophia's really funny? Are you funny like her? I'm like, no, I actually write jokes. Like I can write. I can actually impersonate people.
That's funny. I didn't know about this part of the industry. I'm so sorry. I mean, the Latina actress perspective out there must be horrendous. I mean, just like everyone, because when they want something and they're like, can you just do that and just shut up? It's the worst feeling in the world. So thank you for sharing that with us. Oh my God. Well, anyway, are there any projects that you're gonna be working on that you're working on now? You said there's shows coming up. Like what's?
I mean, I'm doing a lot of Zoom shows. Have you been doing like comedy on Zoom? Because that's what I've been doing.
I have. I think I just got comfortable after a month, like 2 days ago. I just got comfortable.
No, I mean, I feel like I've been lucky in the sense that I've been doing enough shows, but also not that many to feel overwhelmed. I don't think I would have been able to survive like every week I have a show. Like I don't like, when we were in the regular world, we were doing shows every week. And I was like, yeah, I have a show. And like right now it's like, for me, it's like I can do like 1 or 2 shows a month because my brain cannot handle. Yeah. Like, we're all overwhelmed. And I like we mentioned earlier, I got a kid and I have to like make sure that my mental health is, in place so I can deal with like what he's going through, because like we've had a life. Like if we have to go now, like whatever, we had a life. But imagine being a 9-year-old and this is like, oh my God, all of your friends are gone. All of your play dates are gone. School is gone. He actually was supposed to graduate from elementary school. There was no graduation. Like there is no sports. Like he plays baseball. There's no sports. There's like that sense of like community for them. Like this is when they build like, their sense of humor, or like, you know, socialization, and like who they really are, the things that they like, and that's not happening. So I have to like
they build character through interactions with other kids, you know. Oh man.
Exactly, personality. So I have to like pretend that everything is fine, even if I'm dying inside, because I want him to still have hope. Like I ain't got no hope, like it's over. But like, you know, for him, like I want him to still have hopes and you know, and dreams, and talk to his friends. And I'm trying to like do the Zoom meetings with his friends, or like, you know, the Google Meets or something. He's been doing something really fun actually with the whole family, trivia. He's been hosting trivia. So I'm like, you know what? I did good.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you know, he was like, what can I do from home that it will build community, or like get my friends excited to like spend time with me. And then the trivia is like, oh, and he built his own trivia. It's really
fun. That's amazing. Kudos.
Yeah, he's gotten really good at it, and he does it in Spanish and in English, because my family doesn't speak English.
Wow. Mira para allá.
Mira para allá.
Can I get that kid's name, because this might be the beginning of like many times him being mentioned. So,
Eric Reyes.
Eric Reyes. Wow, congratulations, great job.
And he loves. No, what were you gonna say?
No, way to turn. See, I'll be messing up the sayings. Way to turn lemonade into lemonade, like water lemonade. Lemonade, you know the saying.
One life gives you lemons. You make lemonade.
Yeah, don't tell Eric that, okay?
You're too much.
I have hope for him now too.
I know. Like,
great job, by the way. Great job.
I'm trying.
All the different hats and wow, that's amazing. And I had.
Yeah, like I had to like make time to write, because I still wanted to keep writing. This is the thing, because us as comedians, you know, we need interaction in the real world. Unless you're like a political writer, you know, like you just write jokes of news headlines. Then great, you have enough news that you can, you know, you'll have enough material if you like feeding off from the news. But like I'm very much like, you know, observational comedian, and like social political a little bit, but like when you are in it, like suffering the actual effects of it, you know, from all angles, it's like, whoa. I for like a whole month I was not inspired by anything. Nothing was funny. I was like, what, there's nothing, what, like I was just in like rants. I just wanted to do rants, you know. And then like little by little I started like, okay, thank God I have a little one at home that keeps me like, you know, there's still hope. And like whatever, like the other day, you don't understand, like, you know, we're at home all the time. So we started to drink more at home. And I have my drinks. I do my shows. That's when I drink. I don't drink at home. Like, that's not a thing. Honey, the tequila was out. The whiskey was out. I even got into my Kahlua. Like I had a Kahlua.
Wow. Kahlua. Yeah. Wow.
Well, in my, you know, when I was young, I was like, oh, Kahlua was my thing. Kahlua and Baileys, you know, I was like, ooh. I went back to like my college years. I was like, what am I doing? So he started to notice. He was like, what are these bottles? And then he picked up one of the bottles one day, and he read the label on the bottle. And then the next day he was like, hey, Mom, when you were pregnant, did you drink?
In the daytime or nighttime?
We still have to wait to find out. No, like I was like, oh my God, why are you asking me this? Well, because the bottles of alcohol say that you cannot. I'm like, baby, no, of course I didn't drink when I was pregnant. Like that. Like,
will he be able to do trivia if something? That brain is healthy, honey, okay? That's a good brain that came out of me, okay?
The fact that you're asking me this question means that I didn't drink.
Exactly. Wow. Way to handle that. That was oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, like he keeps me on my toes, and like we trying to like, like I started to just start writing jokes, feeding off from my family's reaction to the pandemia, the pandemic, the pandemia in Spanish. Because my whole family in Puerto Rico, they were like, "Oh my God, you're in the, the epicenter. Like, come to Puerto Rico. You have to come." Like, I'm like, "What, honey?" I can only deal with one pandemic at a time. Like the fights in my family are pandemic. Okay, like I do not want to get into a fight with my family while the world is crumbling. Like it's just everyone has so much passion and so many opinions, and they just like wish that I was J-Lo, and I'm not. So.
But hey, I have you're pretty talented. You're like the package. I saw you dancing. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what she's doing. That's like,
oh yeah, baby.
That's like TV dancing. I'm like, okay.
I was a professional dancer. That's how I used to like pay my bills, like dancing, not a stripper, a real dancer. I dance ballet, modern dance, salsa, merengue. It was like that was my thing. Hip hop, obviously. Like I came to New York City to pursue my career in dance.
Oh yeah.
And I did it for about 3 years, and then I was like, you know what? This ain't gonna get me further than having a room, than having a room and living with roommates for the rest of my life. Like I want a house.
Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with having roommates. Go ahead.
Hey, I did it for 10 years, honey. I know exactly. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know that this is, you're like, I know I have something else to offer. Yeah. And I was like, I really started taking like acting classes and comedy classes, and I started writing my own solo show, like a one-woman show. And that's how acting and comedy all came at the same time for me, because I was introduced to both as a comedic writer and then as an actor when I did my solo show. And then after that, I've never stopped. I'm like, thank God, because dance, it was great. Like I said, I pay my bills, when I was younger, but I knew it was going to be harder the older you get. It's just like a gymnast, like your dancing years. Right. So then you either turn to a teacher or a choreographer, and that means I have to kiss someone's ass. I'm like, I'm not going to kiss someone's ass for this shit. Like, let's just keep going. Yeah. And like, I'm so glad I made the transition. Obviously, it's starting from zero, so it has taken me longer because you start in a new circle. I didn't know anyone. It wasn't like all of my dancing friends turned into comedians. Like I was, like I left a whole crew, a whole group of people, a whole net. I had to start a new network. It was like, and they were like,
exit left.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, look at Suni. She thinks she's a comedian now, so whatever. Well, honey, turn on the TV. You'll see me.
Yeah. You're doing great in comedy, by the way. I've seen you. I'm like, wow, what?
Trying.
Because you have a lot. You have a different set. You're in an interracial relationship. You have a 9-year-old dancing background. You have a lot to give. Dominicana, Puerto Riqueña, and by the way, it's mind blowing, the Puerto Riqueña part, because I have friends that are Dominicanas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the Dominicana is hitting me. And then when you say Puerto Rico, I'm like, oh shit, there is that too. You know what I mean? Because I talk to Dominicana right now, and it's like, ay, Dios mío, like, I want you to be the friend of mine. That I'm like, I'm in love her, but her white husband doesn't like it. But
no, stop.
Se casó con un blanquito también.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys need to.
But I got. This is the thing. Like, it's just like I really like. This is a topic that I'm always like, the interracial relationship has to come from the relationship part, not the interracial part. Like, my whole life. I've always, what I mean is like my whole life, again, I grew up in Puerto Rico, so all I knew was like my Latinos, you know, Puerto Rican or Dominicans in Puerto Rico. That's what the majority of the population is.
Okay.
And for me, that was all like, I'm like, well, this is the pool I have to mate with because they're the ones that are here. But none of the relationships I had, there were not that many. Okay, I wasn't like going around the block.
Poor.
No. But you know, like they didn't work. And then I moved here, and I was like, what is happening? Where are my people?
Yeah.
And then I was like exposed to a different set of people. So I started just seeing people. I wasn't seeing races. Like for me, it was like, oh, because for me, everyone here was different. They were not speaking Spanish. They were not. They were not born and raised on the island. So for me, everyone was different. It was okay. So, and I dated people from all over the world, from like literally Algeria to Africa to Russia to from here. And I was like, okay. And the person that happened to literally embrace me the way I was my husband. He just happens to be white. But sometimes people think, oh, the Latina that married the white guy is like the traitor, or the black girl that married the white guy is a traitor. And it's like it depends where they came from. If they were trying to like mejorar la raza, you fucked up. Like that's not how you should like approach a relationship, because you're marrying a race. You should not be marrying a race. You're marrying love. Like you're marrying, you know, someone that is understanding or embracing what you have to offer, what you bring into the table. And I know this interview wasn't about love advice.
but it's perfect. This is what needed. This was needed. I love it. Please finish up, please.
I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, dear Nancy.
This topic hit a nerve, and I love it, because that's what you want as an interviewer. Like, wow, this is something that hit. Like, I mean, I'm not like that. Okay, it wasn't.
No, because for real, and honestly, I got mine when they were still good. Like nowadays, woo, they're just like full-on Confederate flag. You know, I'm like, why are you all so empowered by white power all of a sudden? But it's not like this boy literally grew up in the projects in Rhode Island. He knew what a struggling artist was. Like, you know, like just like having a passion for art, but not coming from money. Where like a lot of people in the acting world, you know, they went to Yale, they went to NYU, they went to all these universities, and they don't even have to have talent. They just have to have the money to pay for the education, and then they get a free pass to like a top agency, and then they're on TV, and you're like, what the hell? Like, and you're like here watching it all happen. Like, wait, didn't I just? And it is so obvious, you know, how the elitism goes into what we see on TV, what we see in the movies. And that's why, you know, the representation that they think they're reaching is not really real. Is not what's happening to the, you know, economic background, you know, of all these people that you're bringing up, or even people that have different even disabilities, or, you know, like different backgrounds. But they're like, we got the black guy from Yale and we're good. And it's like, what are you saying? So the same thing, I think, is like in relationships. I feel like you cannot look at dating as I'm feeling like pasta tonight. Like, because you will never, it will not be a good relationship, because it was just based on a superficial thing. And I'm telling you, if I honey, if I was gonna marry a white guy, he has to be the most woke, because I will not, I'm calling out everything. So like I remember dating him, like, I mean, literally, we've been in a relationship for 15 years now. 15, honey. She's a
Wow.
quinceañera.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're
So
going to add
yeah.
on here.
No, do
No,
not put the
no.
fireworks.
Okay, got it.
No, but like I remember, like he always lived in Queens. That's why I'm in Queens. Like he always lived here in Queens. He was in Jackson Heights, and the building where he lived, there was this old white lady. She kind of like, I think she was either the owner or like the mother of the owner, and she lived, you know, in the on the first floor. And when we started dating, you know, those like old ladies are always opening, you know, the door to see like who's coming into the building, who's this new face. And you know, and I walk in again, like I've always had my afro. I do not care. I am not going to hide my, especially when I was a dancer. I always rocked my afro. Then when I started acting, I had to stray because the camera, literally, I had a casting director tell me, honey, your hair is taking the whole screen. So you have to like pull it back or something. She literally was like, I do not want to see the whole screen taken up by your hair. It, so annoying.
Do something
but anyway,
with it.
yeah, can you pull it back? I just want to see your face and you have an afro. I was like, where is my camera? You know, we didn't have cameras back then.
Yeah. No, I know.
I make it to my husband's, back then, my boyfriend's apartment, and this lady followed me and started knocking on the door. And I was like, what just happened? So I don't know. Oh, let me see. Hi. My husband opened it. Yes, can I help you? She was like, she's garbage. She's garbage. She needs to get out of here. What is she doing here? Your kind is not welcome here. Get out of here, you garbage. And spit. Spit and called me garbage and said I do not belong here and I had to get out of there.
Oh, no.
And this is me in New York. Like I had been in New York for like 2 years only, like from Puerto Rico, you know, like blatant racism like that in Puerto Rico. We have like microaggressions, but not like blatant, like get out of here, spit on you and call you garbage. And I was like, I was so shocked. And my husband was like, my husband now, my boyfriend then, he was like, excuse me? Who the hell do you think you are? Like he would just say, baby, to this old lady. And he was like, get out of my apartment. Like, don't you ever dare to come knock on the door like this. This is my girlfriend. Like, just like literally like put her in her place. And I knew, but like literally at that moment, I was like, so we were not the same. I know we connected in a lot of things, but I see the difference now. And the fact that you stood up for me means that I have to marry you now. But you know, like it's
love.
Honestly, like imagine as a white person that is like dating someone of color or a black woman and being in that position and you're not immediately recognizing it. Sometimes white people don't want confrontation. Sometimes white people want to, you know, oh, she's my girlfriend. Don't you worry about it. She's one of the good ones. If he would have said that, honey, it would have been over. It would have been over. And I was like, he stood up for me and he knew exactly what she was doing. And he knew exactly what he had to do to put a nip, you know, to it. But I never felt safe anymore, you know, going into the building. He had to come visit me in Harlem. I used to live in Harlem, so he had to go all the way from Jackson Heights to Harlem. And I was like, honey, I don't trust that lady. I don't even know. But you know what I mean? Like that, it's just horrendous. Like it has to start with the relationship, and then the race part. You have to start understanding each other in that part, because that's a whole different. Because your struggles become their struggles, and vice versa. And it's just like we ain't got time for this. Like mejorar la raza, whatever stupid other thing people say, just like, oh, exotic women or exotic. It's like, what? No, like.
So you both get it on the other side. Everybody gets, you know. So you're exotic women, huh? What's his name?
My husband?
Yeah.
Eric is the same, Eric.
Oh, my God. That's very Latin of him.
I know. Los dos igual. Jose, sí, Jose, padre, Jose.
Exactly. Oh my God. Well, I'm a fan of the family. Thank you for breaking down that story. I know I saw the emotions behind it, and yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna let you off the hook because I know you gotta get back to like your vida.
I mean, we're good. I told her, I was like, already, I spend all my day with y'all. I need to get back to my life.
Oh really? Oh, okay. So you're still booking stuff, right? Like,
You have to, like, I literally, like, I have a show this weekend. It's a lot of the shows have been like benefits or fundraisers also, like, you know, which is fine.
right.
But I'm getting paid, like, you know, like there's a lot of like, you know, nonprofit companies that have gotten grants to like host comedy shows or like, you know, we're doing a show for like the elderly or doing a show for LGBTQIA community or doing a show to raise money for Black Lives Matter. And those things, honestly, that's when we see like the value of comedians in the world. Like, yeah, like we're not doctors, we're not, you know, engineers, we just have our voice and, you know, whatever jokes we come up with. But in times like this, people need that comedy relief. Like they actually need, they come to us for this. They're just like, okay, they trust that we will block our pain to deliver, you know, to like really heal through the jokes. We heal ourselves and we heal the audience. And that's what's been happening. And again, I'm not doing a lot of shows, just like 1 or 2 per month, because that's what my brain and my heart can handle right now. But it has helped me, you know, like it has helped me like really like filter all the information, you know, and all the struggles that we're going through and put a twist on it and try to see the absurdity of it all and laugh at the pain.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
And you're doing a great job just doing that, by the way. But anyway, I just want your information just so it'll be there, so in case anybody want to get in touch with you, so pay you. You know, mama got bills, mama got family. Right. So guys, please support Suni Reyes. Give them the information where they can get in touch with you. Please just
yes. Instagram, Sunny Reyes. I don't know if are you gonna write it down or something? I don't know if you're gonna have like a, how you call it, like a
Suni Reyes.
Text? Yeah, the Sunny Reyes. You know, you follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Twitter. I'm very political on Twitter, so if you're up for that, then go follow me there. But it's mainly Twitter, and then Facebook, Suni Reyes. Suni Reyes on Facebook. Yes.
All right. Well, Suni Reyes, you have been an absolute gem, because like I usually ask for nuggets or whatever, but like when you speak about your experiences, you dropping nuggets already. So like she covered that already. You know what I mean? But is there anything in specific you want to like young female Latina starting out acting, dancing, comedy, whatever, any kind of final nuggets to just sign out?
I mean, never give up.
Never give
honestly.
up.
Like it's just the journey is a marathon. You have to continue at your own pace. It doesn't matter if life throws at you a kid, divorce, death in the family. Those things are part of life, and you just have to turn them into art somehow if this is what you want to do. But don't give up, keep going, and take care of yourself. Like sometimes we're so like, I want to make it, I want to make it, I want to make it. And then you're not breathing. You're not, exercising, meditating. Oh yeah, background music.
Sorry about that.
Just
I told you I need a DJ too. I'm sorry.
No, but for real, like self-care is so important. And you don't need money, honey, because I do my own hair, I do my own makeup, I do my own nails. Yeah. But you just have to do it. Just makes you feel good. Look at Tino. Tino's like he put on like a hat and glasses. He feels good. Like he's feeling good.
I got to, I gotta hide a lot, but you know what I mean?
No, but putting anything on that makes you feel good, that's already like half the battle. Like, sometimes I'm like, I just need to take a shower.
There you go. That's it. That sums it up. That sums it up right there.
That's it. Man, thank you so much for having me. It was fun, honestly. I had the COVID test today, so I needed to laugh.
Woo! Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to all the Erics. Good luck to you guys. And
thank you.
Yeah, let me just put some music out, because for the parade, for the Puerto Rican Day.
Oh, Juanila. Juanila. Mira, rumba.
There you go. There you go.
Mira, look at Africa right here, honey.
Ay, huepa, ay. Lo dejamos ahí, lo dejamos. Bye, Sunny. We love you.
Love you. Thank you. Juanile, bye, bye.